What's going on, y'all? So I just bought 15 acres to start a new farm on, and a lot of people ask me, how do you decide which land to buy? There's so many choices. It really depends on what you're trying to do. So for me, I don't do much gardening. I don't really want to do farm crops. I want to raise animals, pigs, cows, goats, chickens. So up behind me, I got a couple acres of cleared land. I'm gonna do all my gardening, chickens, whatnot up there. And then in the back, I got extra, probably 13 acres of this, all woods. So when I was walking the property, deciding to buy it, I looked for a few things. Can't see any on the ground right now, but originally when I walked it, there was quite a lot of nuts, walnuts, pecans, chestnuts, all sorts of nuts from these mature trees. And that to me is good pig food. So that was, here's one. Here's a walnut. Pigs love that. There's a hickory, pecans, all sorts of nuts through these woods, and they're all mature. But if you also look, there's a lot of small underbrush trees. So I figured, I live in a hot climate. I want some shade for the animals. So I'm gonna clear out all this underbrush, leave all the main producing trees, and then I could get some grasses and clover planted underneath it, which would leave me with a relatively shady pasture. Like, I know like this soil, it's really not too good. It's kind of clayey and there's a lot of rocks in it, but that will be perfect for pasture. The clay will hold in a lot of moisture. It's not going to have too much fertility in it with it being woods, but I don't really need too much fertility. I want the trees to grow and I want the grasses to grow underneath. That's all I need. I'm not going to be tilling this up, planting corn and all that crap. That's what I'm going to do up front and nearby the house. So this would be perfect just for pasture. You know, it's already kind of cleared out. I'm going to go through, chop down all these trees that are smaller, chop down some of the pines, just leave producing trees. And then what I'm going to do is start planting in more on the edges and then get some more producing trees. I'm going to do my fruit trees and all my pawpaws and all that, so I get more production in the space and the animals could walk right around all that stuff. And I'll do full-size trees and whatnot. Another main reason I bought this, oh, my dog's way over there, is the creek. So this is a year-round creek, and it pretty much borders the entire 15 acres. A big U, and I own everything in the middle of it. So that right there, I could plant fruit trees all along the river, and I could pull water to water them and also water the animals, including that guy. So with it being a hot climate, I am down south, you kind of need some sort of water, because I really don't want to be pulling it out of my water at the house and lugging it down here, as my water bill is going to be crazy. So bought one. What I'm going to do eventually down the line is get the excavator back here and pull out and have a big pond out here, just so the animals have somewhere to cool off. As you can see, it's not too heavily forested. A lot of it's just the underbrush. Driving through with the brush hog will take this down real quick. It's got a little bit of a slope to it, which I wasn't too happy about. It does get dense in some areas, but that's really not going to affect anything I need. If anything, that's going to pull down the price a little bit, because most farmers want flat land already established. If you're willing to put some work into it, you could get land a lot cheaper. Like this was damn near half price from what everything else I was looking at, just because of slopes, a lot of underbrush. Soil's not too great, but again, it really depends on what you need it for. But this would have no problem housing cattle once I get the pasture established, goats and pigs. So what I'm most likely going to do is fence in a huge area, release a bunch of pigs in here. They'll tear everything up. They'll take out the underbrush. They'll uproot everything, soften up the soil, break up everything. Then I'll go through, clear them out. Big hole. Clear them out and let the land recover a little bit and get some cows in here. But then I also got some cleared out spaces. It's a little marshy, but I got some space already kind of established. Gotta find my dog real quick. Yeah, and then I was gonna, try it. You gotta utilize your space. Put fencing right along the tree line. I don't gotta drive in posts. And then start planting my fruit trees. God, I got filling all these divots. I'll break my foot. Yeah, I always, when I look at land, I don't look at what I'm seeing in front of me, I look at the potential. So when I see this, I see clear out the underbrush, get some trees in here, or fruit producing trees, get some mulch, get some clover, grass, everything, and it could really be a very productive pasture. Now, if you had mature trees like this all the way through, I'll get a logger in here, log it for you, have them wood chip everything, start building up the soil that way. But because this is so sparse and we are so hot, I'm gonna leave all these mature producing trees for shade. And yeah, just start going from there. So, like I said, it really depends on what you want out of the land. You could build up the soil, but if I was just a crop farmer and I was like, hey, I want to plant 15 acres of corn, absolutely not. I would not buy this. But because I just want a homestead, I want cows, I want pigs, I want goats, this is perfect. Why spend 10 grand an acre for cleared out spaces when put a little sweat and tears into it and you can make it your own. Like this right here is perfect. Nice deep water. It's year round. It's gotta be 3-4 feet deep. And if you want to, you could even start, netting it off and putting fish in there, whatever you want to do. But I was going to dig it out, put a pond down here or something. I don't know. There's so much potential here. That's why I bought it. And the dog loves it, so I can't complain. But yeah, that's what I look for. And also make sure the land's not in the neighborhood. see that a lot tucked away in the neighborhood. You want to get something where you're in the middle of nowhere like I am, there's no people for miles. So you could make as much noise as you want, do whatever you want, raise animals. No one's complaining about the stink. Yep. I'm gonna try to start making more videos, little by little, as I'm start clearing it out, if y'all are interested in that. But yeah, this creek is awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is a huge pulling point for me. All right, y'all. I will keep y'all updated.